Hello there guys, and welcome back to another video in Xplane 11. Today we are back in Xplane. We're in the FlightFactor 320 today. Flew a few videos ago, and yeah, it's one of the best aircraft there is for Xplane. And we're back in it today. We're doing an Easyjet flight, as you can probably tell. We're in the old livery today. I don't actually fly the old livery enough, and I kind of like it. Like, I think I prefer the new livery, but I still do quite like the old livery. But yeah, we're down at Ibiza today. We're going to be flying across to Naples. It's a flight of about an hour and a half. We're cruising up at flight level 320 today. It is currently, it's 11 where I am, so it's are they an hour ahead or an hour behind? I think they're an hour ahead. So yeah, it's currently about midday here in Ibiza, and I think it's an hour ahead of that in. I don't know, it's probably the same. I think it's the same. So yeah, all a daytime flight today. So yeah, if you're interested, scenery. This is Pilot Plus Ibiza. It's all right. It's an all right scenery. It's kind of let down a bit by the fact that the static aircraft look a bit. I mean, I don't want to say bad, but yeah, bad. I always feel like with scenery, like if you can't do static aircraft, well, just leave them out. To be honest, and you can't disable them either. It'd be nice to be able to disable them. But other than that, it's a pretty nice scenery. It's done pretty well. And then we're going to be flying across to, I think it's TDG Naples. And yeah, we have ortho for both Ibiza and Naples, so we should get some nice ground textures and stuff. Okay, I'm going to get into the flight deck. Now, you may know of my videos now that I do actually record the full setup. On video and everything, because I did like a poll on Twitter and people voted for that. You may have heard me say this before, but I'm just sort of explaining it for anyone who might not have seen the previous videos. But yeah, so I'm going to do the full setup and everything, so that's why the video might be a bit longer. But anyway, let's get on with that. So I'm just going to clear that TCAS message, and we'll get the IRSs aligning first of all with the light. There we go, align. There's the line. And the centre. There we go. The nav light is already on. Most lights are armed. No smoking can come to on. We've already loaded and fueled the aircraft and everything. Just because I have to do that with my planning, so I always do that slightly before. I'm going to switch the QNH over to hectopascals, and you can't actually switch this one. It's in both, which is weird. So I feel a bit ill. I think I'm getting like a cold or something. But anyway, let's go to the init page and begin the setup. So we are at LEIB, and we are going to LIRN. There we go. Enter that in. Now to align the IRSs now, for some reason you have to, since they updated it, you have to go to align on ref and then confirm it. I don't know if that's a real Airbus thing or not, but yeah, that's what you have to do. This is flight U24837. So that's what we're going to enter in. I never know, I mean, it says flight number, so I presume flight number, but I always just seem to enter the call sign in there. 837. Cost index for today is 12, which is what Easyjet I think they always use. I think they might use 6 on shorter flights or something, but yeah. As I said earlier, we're going up to flight level 320. And we can just request the weights straight in like that. Now, as for routing, I'll go over to the tablet because I've already set up stuff here, so I can show you the routing. Okay, so this is a feature on Navigator. I don't think I've ever shown it before, but you can put in the route, and it, like, you just paste it in, and it sort of shows you where you are in relation to airways and stuff. So I just thought I'd do that. I don't usually use this, but I thought I'd do it so I could show on the video. So obviously we're starting over here at Ibiza. I'll do a full briefing actually. I'll go onto the charts. We'll go open charts, and you can see I've got them saved down here if I make that. So we are over here on one of these stands. I don't know which one, to be honest. Let me just have a look. Yes, we're on stand 29, so which is just here, just at the end of the terminal. Oh, it appears they've extended the terminal a bit then, because it comes to there on the thing. Interesting. So obviously we're going to push back here onto this taxiway behind us, and then we're going to taxi along to Bravo, all the way along Bravo to on Charlie to Hotel 1, taking off on 06 today. And then we're on this departure, which is the, can't remember, it's the MHN, yeah, MHN 4 Fox departure. And that just takes us straight onto the right, climbs us up onto Lampa, and then up to Menorca. So we should get some nice views of Palma and Menorca on the way out. And then obviously, if I go back onto this, so it takes us out over here, and we're going out over the Mediterranean Sea, then over Corsica, I believe this island's called, I may be wrong, and then straight into Naples. Fairly straightforward today, and then we're probably going to be landing 06 at Naples, but I'll sort of go through all that later on in the flight. So we best get that route in. So as I said, we're departing on runway 06, and it's the MHN 4 Fox. Enter that. I can come down. MHN Airways, and we're on the upper mic 603. Upper mic 603 to LSAG. LSAG. Then the mic 603. Nope. Mic 603 to Papa November Zulu. November Zulu. And that's it. That's a very short route for today. Okay, so I'm not going to put the arrival in yet. I'll do that later on. We can get to the Perth page. And I'm going to take flaps 2 for departure, and this tablet over here, or this EFB as I should call it, should give me the trim 1.1 up. So, go up 1.1. Awesome. As for flex temp, I should actually I'll get my calculator thing up. I have to go into my bookmarks, so stand by a second. There it is. Okay. I can get that over here. So we are at Ibiza. We can get the META for that. We're going to take flaps 2, packs off, if I remember, which I always don't, but we'll see if I do today. We can find out the takeoff weight in the init page and next page, which is 64.2. So it's 64200. We're taking off on. What's going on? Right. Why won't it let me select a runway? That's weird. For one, that's 64. So I've got my. I'll explain. I've got my joystick and throttle in the way. It's so hard to use my keyboard. That won't give me a runway for some reason. It knows the airfield I'm at. That's really weird. Let me refresh it. So, Ibiza, META, flaps 2, packs off, 64200. There we go. And we'll put the other one in, but we're just going to use the first one. So that's a flex temp of 60, what's that, 68 degrees. So, Perth page, 68 degrees. We can now get the V speeds in. Wow. We are very light today. 125. We'll enter into V1. And there we go, that's all good. So, we can get the QNH. QNH on the ground at Ibiza at the moment is 1019. Enter that in here. And on the standby. And I think it syncs across to the first officer's one. Yes, it does. Cool. IRSs are in a line. Why is it not getting... Okay, I think I'm... Yeah, there we go. Yeah, when it says that, it usually means it's just about to align. Okay, flight directors are on now. Can get constraints on both sides. Going to get the APU side. Get everyone seated because we're not fueling now. There we go. We can push the speed in. Initial climb, I'm not sure. I mean, we're offline today, so it doesn't really matter, but just for the sake of good old realism, I'll have a look. Right, so 06 heading 3000. Okay, cool. So 3000 set. We can make sure we're squawking 2000. We can get on 1228 just to be in a good habit. There we go. Get rid of the armrest because it's annoying me. The irises are all aligned. There we go. The APU is available. APU bleed can come on. We'll get the fuel pumps ready. There we go. And we'll disconnect the. Ow, that was loud. Disconnect the external power. Service. We can get rid of the stairs and the doors shut and everything. Cargo. We can remove the cargo loaders, and then supply. We can get rid of the ground power. Now, I don't think I actually need to push back on this stand. I think I can just taxi straight off it. Yeah, because there's a line. I'm just worried my wings can just like clobber them or something. Should be alright. It'll just go straight above them, won't it? But, I mean, the engine might hit them. We'll give it a go. It's not the end of the world if it doesn't work out. Okay, so beacon can come on. I'm going to remove my rudder pedals. There we go. Yep, so beacon is on. We'll get this on the legs page and clear these. For some reason my speed brake's at half extended, that's weird. Just giving everyone a little check over. Yep, beacon's on. Okay, we're good to start. So, ignition to start. Wait a few seconds until the page comes up, and then engine 1 in. Awesome. So quiet in the back. I'm just going to actually check all my sound. Yeah, they're all equal. Cool. Basically, I'll explain. You want exterior, interior, and environmental to all be sort of the same, because otherwise, because they all each control different aspects. Like even when you're in the cockpit, they still control different like noises that you hear. So like environmental's linked to the wind noise. So if you have that really low, you won't hear any wind noise. You just hear the engines. Right. Okay, wait until the available light comes on. There we go, available, so I'll start number 2. It's a fairly cloudy day in Ibiza today. Just going to move my OBS to over here, so sorry if you just saw something whiz across the screen, so I can see it better. Okay. Yep, that's number 2 nearly available. There we go, available. Okay, so ignition can go back to normal. Speed brake is armed. We'll set the auto brake to max. Flaps, we can set flaps 2. APU can come off now, and we will do the flight control check. So, full left, full right, center, full up, full down, center, rudder left, rudder right, and center. Also need to set the trim of 1.1. There we go, 1.1 is set. So we can come off the flight control page. The notice I can go to taxi, and the runway turn off can come on, and we can get ready to taxi. Just remembered I forgot to start the clock, so I can start that now, so that's a run. And yeah, we can get ready for taxi. So check on the left, check on the right, it's clear. So we can release the parking brake, give it a little bit of power. We don't want to go straight for that lamppost, but we do want to get moving, so gonna put no rudder input in at first. I'm an idiot. Would kind of help if I got rid of the chocks, wouldn't it? And they're gone now, please taxi. Something wrong with my brakes or something? through. There we go. That was weird. I think it glitched out or something because it just wouldn't move, but then I gave it a bit more power and it sort of like broke free. Chocks are definitely gone. Weird. Anyway, we can just go right down here. Can you take off config check? Normal. And then take it up here onto Bravo. God, the sound of those engines are so basic. Okay, so this is Bravo. Still on the flight control page, right? Okay, now I think it's on the. There's no light, so I presume it's on the auto mode. I'd say this scenery's a bit old. It's all right. I'm sorry if you can hear my rudder pedal. God, I think that was them anyway. Just take it all the way to the end. Got to be careful to not shout, because I can hear the audio in Xplane a lot louder than you can hear it on the video. So I end up almost like shouting. It's just how OBS works, it's really annoying. Cars. A lot slower for this turn. Okay, landing lights to on, nose light to take off, strobes to on, packs can come off. We'll go TAR8, approach is clear, and on TCAS. Good to go. Nice. That was a beautiful lineup. Okay. Small to 50%. Stabilized. Start the clock. Nose down a bit. And there we go. Man flex, SRS runway, auto thrust is blue. Knots. Release the back pressure. E1, rotate. Okay, that's a positive rate. Gear up. Pitch to the flight director. 1,000 feet. We can take autopilot 1 now. The nose and runway tail lights can go off. We'll put the packs back on when we want to climb, which we just have. So packs back on. Flaps can come to 1. Spirit can be disarmed. And we can climb straight up to the cruise level of 320. There we go. Okay, flaps up. Oh, and we're into cloud. It always happens just as I'm about to go into a wing view, just like we go straight through a cloud. Right, now as we're going up to a flight level, I can... One button. Nope, that's... I always do this. Come on, there we go. Right. Set in standard QNH. There is actually a way. I mean, you can't do it in this. However, if you using the actual like Navigraph desktop application, you can actually connect it into the sim. Well, I suppose if I wonder if I connected it in, it might actually just display on this anyway, because it's a separate thing that connects into the sim. So I might give that a go next. So that, yeah, next time I use this, there might be a like a depiction of where I am. Although you can just go to map and it'll tell you, which is quite cool. That's what it wants to show the route, does it? Oh, there we go. We're just climbing above the clouds now. That looks nice. Line lights can come to off. It's so bassy behind the wing. As soon as we hit 10,000, I'll take the seatbelt signs off because it's really smooth. I was hoping we'd get some nice shots over Palma, but it appears we're just going to get cloud. Yeah. Okay, approaching 10k now. Okay, past 10k, I'll just wait until we've leveled off again. Not leveled off, but you know, we're not turning. And there we go. Okay, release the passengers. Awesome. Okay, so welcome back. We are nearly an hour into the flight, and we're about 10 minutes from top of ascent, so I thought it'd be a good time to plan the arrival. So, I'm going to come over to... 1 minute. It's a glitch that happens if you're moving forward while you've selected in that, it sometimes continuously moves you forward. If that happens, just like move your mouse out of it and press the up arrow again, or whatever if you have to move forward. I've remapped mine. But anyway, yes, we'll go to browser. And if I expand that, we can see the last waypoint is Papa November Zulu. So if we go to Naples charts, I'm just going to check the meta, just to check if it's changed. Okay, so the winds are 180 now. In that case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go onto flight radar and actually see what they're actually landing on. It loads. Is there an aircraft on approach? Can't find the airport. Ah, here we go. It appears they're still using 06 anyway. So yeah, we're going to use 06. We'll have a little bit of a tailwind, but it's not the end of the world. So yeah, we're going to land runway 06. So I'll go on to the obviously the UNN to that. So an ILS, I'm going to look at the different ILSs though. So we've got ILS Zulu, fairly standard, we'll probably do that. Yankee, yeah, we could do that, or X-ray. Yeah, they're all pretty much the same. Alright, we'll just do Zulu then. So 06 Zulu, and I presume it'll be the Papa November Zulu 1 Echo. And it's automatically put the transition in. Nice. We can go to the plan page and we can check that over. So if I step through, yep, pretty standard, just straight in. Awesome. And that should have moved that top of the centre a little bit further away. Oh no, a bit closer if anything. So yeah, we've not got long until we land. It's 11:43 Zulu we're landing, and it is currently 11:08. So yeah, it's like 40 minutes, and we'll be on the ground. Okay, so welcome back. We are just on the descent now. We're just passing flight level 160, descending into Naples. Obviously, you saw me planning all the arrival and everything. Well, obviously, we're on the ILS 06 on the Zulu. I had a look at the charts actually, and it is a slightly offset localizer. It's only by 3 degrees, but I'm gonna have to watch out for that and make a turn just before I land. But yeah, we can start setting up some arrival information. So there's a minimum of 680. We can enter that. Go to Perth page, next page. So 680. Set that. I'll get an updated meta for the airport. Okay, so winds are 170 at 4. That is a rough tailwind, but it's not that bad though because, well, actually to be honest, it's mostly a crosswind, but it's quite light, so yeah, not bad. Temperature is a lovely warm 29 degrees. QNH is 1019. 1019. And yep, that's all the information we need to enter in there. So obviously we're just going to fly down standard ILS. Super sign can come on now, get everyone belted up. We're only a little bit above the VNAV descent profile, so all is well. Can just start to see land coming into view. I'll show you actually where I am. So here, that's that island you can see, the that island. It's just this. I don't actually have auto for Naples. I'm not sure why. Oh no, it is showing. I thought it wasn't showing for a second, but yeah, auto is showing. Nice. So yeah, all is well. Right, I suppose we've reached the segment where I like talk about some random stuff. I have actually been to Naples before. I was on a cruise and it stopped in Naples. We went to Pompeii, so that's gonna be hard to show you, isn't it? But so it's over here. You see this? Zoom in. See this Pompeii here. We visited that. If you don't know, Pompeii is an ancient Roman city that was Vesuvius erupted, and they thought it was a mountain, but it was a volcano. It erupted and just buried the town basically, and then about 100 years ago it was dug up, I think. And yeah, now it's like a tourist attraction, and you can go around it, and there's all sorts of stuff like preserved volcanic ash. It's really weird, but yeah. If you're definitely in the area, I'd like in Naples or whatever, I'd recommend visiting Pompeii. I think we docked. See where these lines are. We docked. Well, that's where the harbour is. We docked there. I'm not sure the airport is in relation to all this. I wish there was a way to make it so like you could like undock the map from your plane. I mean, I suppose I could just use like normal Google Maps, but don't want to break the immersion. Okay, we're just coming on 10,000. Got the land lights on now. Just had the engine's clutch. Loving the colour of the water. I got a texture thing that changed the colour of the water for me. Makes it a sort of more turquoise colour. Quite nice. I feel like water can be sort of depicted as being too dark sometimes. Never really like how that looks. Right, we want to intercept the ILS at 3,000 feet, so I can put that in the MCP. I'm not sure. I mean, I presume where it's stopping us descending here. Yeah, where that blue descent mark is, that's where we intercept the ILS. We can get landing system on here, on a standby, and on my first officer's side. If we do have to go around, it's fairly weird because there's like mountains over here, so we have to avoid all the mountains. That's the aforementioned Vesuvius there, but we've got to fly out and then fly around. And I presume, yeah, that's on there. Cool. Hopefully that's correct. Should be all okay. I mean, I doubt we will have to go around. I'm going to say that, and it's just going to give me bad luck now. We're going to take also rank medium. I'm going to look at the ground chart. So obviously we're landing 06. We want to park over here. So, I mean, if we got off at Delta, that would be good. Yeah, that will stop at Delta though. How long is it? 8,600 feet. Yeah, we'll probably have to get off at Echo. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna keep this up though. Missed approach, so I know it is 4,000 feet. So I'll put that in once I'm on the approach. It's a little bit cloudy down here. I was hoping it would be clearer down here, but no, not really. I think this aircraft, the FlightFactor A320, I think it's my most flown add-on now, or maybe not in old time, but like in recent time. I seem to fly it a hell of a lot. There's the coastline. It's a really nice add-on. Kind of wish they'd update it a bit more though. It'd be good if they added like sharklets. I do actually have a mod that adds the IAE engines. I mean, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't like add EPR or anything like that, but they look like IAE engines at least. So maybe I could do some BA stuff at some point. Could be cool. we've got the localizer diamond. I'm going to actually activate the approach phase and put a bit of speed brake out just to slow myself down, because this aircraft can be a bit slippy. I often find myself sort of chasing the glide slope and trying to slow down and stuff in this. Although we are below the diamond, so... Although I don't know, I don't trust that. I'm sure I've had issues with that before, so I'm just going to stick to the VNAV thing. And if it turns out we're too low and we have to throttle up, it's not the end of the world. Just use a bit more fuel, I suppose. Alright, what I'm going to actually do is set 220 knots for now. Speed brake can come in. Take flaps 1 as well. There's the slats extending, nice. QNH 1019er. It's already set. Must have been what it was on the ground at Ibiza then. Interesting. I'm gonna put a bit of speed brake out. How far is it out that we intercept that at? 7.3. Ah, okay, yeah, we'll make that, Around to 200 knots. But we'll leave the flaps where they are for the moment. Broke for the clouds. If you ever see like my sim freeze like that, that's just because I'm taking a screenshot, by the way. It's not like stuttering or anything. Right. I'll wait until the diamond's a bit closer. Alright, I'm going to set 180. I'll take flaps 2 and I'm going to drop the gear. Turn-offs and nose light can come on. I'm going to go ahead and just arm the approach and put both autopilots in. Diamond still says it's way over here, that's really weird. Push the speed in. There we go. More drag now, it'll be fine. Speed brake is armed. Field is in sight. Quite a cool approach actually. Everything does seem a bit dark. Is my reshades on? Okay, set flaps full now. Okay, and we're fully configured. There's the airfield. Missed approach altitude 4,000 feet is set. Don't know why that's gone into VS mode. Rip. Right. Rip. Nah. Do you mind? It's fine, we've got plenty of drag, so it'll be alright. Right. I think this is why we check our FMAs, kids. Fine. Right. See, it's just not capturing the thing, is it? Maybe I need to localize it, then approach. Odd. Let me bring this right back now. To be honest, right, what I can do, set 4,000, and then just take the autopilot out altogether. And we are a lot below the glide slope, so I'm just gonna keep it fairly level. Yeah, I'm not. It's probably because the localizer was so far. I think I had to pick that up before it picked the glide slope up. It's fun though, we're visual at this point.
Above.
Begin the turn on to final now.
Minimum.
Minimum is landing.
400.
Just gentle turn.
300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. Retard. 5.
Ouch, that was a bit of a slam. Okay. Unspoilers versus green decel. Eardrums ruptured by how loud that is. Okay. Slow the reversers. Try and keep it straight. Manual braking. Yeah, we're gonna have to get off at echo, aren't we? It's so loud when it's rolling on the ground. Really weird. That was a slam. I'm scared to even look at my landing rate. Ooh. Minus 371. Well. This sounds to be right. Stop the clock as well. And we'll vacate here. Yeah, that was a massive slam. Oh well. Alright, line lights off. Nose to taxi, and we'll start the APU. Stroke and go back to auto as well. Just one to standby. And we'll take all of this off. There we go. Start the APU. Right, now as for parking, we'll go on one of these over here. So yeah, it's just straight ahead, and yeah. I don't know why it's so bassy when I'm going on the ground. Well, not out here, but inside it is. Okay, APU's online, we'll take the APU bleed. Oh, and I'm speeding. Good job there's no yellow speed cameras here. And there's an Easyjet there actually, we can put it on a remote. Shall we go next to these? there's room actually. Oh no, I think there's room between this Easy and the Alitalia. Or maybe not. I'm getting warnings. Brakes hot, rip. Ah yeah, there's a stand in between them. Nice. Right, now I've got safe dock. Stop. Nice. Okay, parking brake set. APU is running and available. So fuel cut-off's still off. Yeah, it always does this. So it's weird when you take the fuel cut, as it switches over the buses, it always turns the screens off and on. It's weird. Anyway, the taxi lights can come off. We'll leave the APU on for the minute. Release the passengers. We'll get external power and chocks. I'll connect the external power and turn the APU off as well. Beacon can come off. Fuel pumps can come off as well. Or DLI all the IRSs. And I didn't clean up the aircraft. However, I happen to know that in hot weather, they actually do leave the flaps down. So we're gonna pretend that I didn't actually forget that, and in fact, it was planned. Thought it was. Ooh. Right, passengers. We'll get the stairs in place, and we'll get the cargo loaders in place, and we can actually stop the clock down here as well. There we go. 1 hour 36 block time. Nice. Yeah. So that was a good flight. Bit of a hard landing, but I mean, what are you gonna do? It is a budget airline. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye bye.